Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, name one thing that's worse than killer children. That's right, fucked up looking killer children. Tonight's movie, The Brood.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! The Year of Infamy! Episode number 28. Yes, episode number 28. We have only 3 more episodes after tonight. And tonight I am going back to another David Cronenberg directed film after we did Shivers and The Wonderful Scanners. And tonight's movie is The Brood. The Brood. Yes, so what is The Brood about? Well, it is about a man named Frank, and his wife is going through some therapy because she's kind of not well, and the doctor, Dr. Raglan, is using this new therapy called psychoplasmic therapy. Whatever it is basically he pretends to be a focus of the patient's rage and angst and stuff, so he basically role plays. But this psychoplasmic therapy seems to have some weird side effects, because when you talk to some of his former students, or not students, but former patients, as well as looking at one therapy session, there seems to be like some form of growths or lesions or cancerous tumors that happen because of this. I don't know why. It doesn't really explain why, but it seems to be happening. And so, of course, Frank, he is concerned because after a visiting session where his daughter visited his wife, his daughter had bruised, and he wants to basically say, hey, look, she can't see her anymore because she is obviously abusing her. And of course the doctor is like, no, this is very, very important to the treatment. She's in a very delicate stage. And so it's like, well, you know what, if you're going to get the courts involved, fine by me, but I'm not letting it happen. He's like, well, maybe we will get the courts involved. And of course Frank goes to his lawyer, and the lawyer says, look, this is a accredited therapist. The courts usually side with the mother. If they press, they're probably going to take your daughter away from you. And so, of course, Frank doesn't want that. So Frank wants to find out if there's any way he can discredit this doctor so that he can protect his daughter from his abusive wife, and also, you know, to keep the doctor from taking his daughter away. And of course, all in the backdrop are these murders happening by these little kid-like things, and they seem to be targeting people that have I don't know, say like enraged the wife, Nola. Every time she is enraged by by memories, these little beastie beings show up and try to do a little murdering. So anyways, let's get to the scores, shall we, before I basically talk about the whole damn freaking movie. Anyways, so let's go to Violence and Gore. Violence and Gore is a 4 out of 5. This movie is pretty brutal in scenes. I mean, there's a lot of bludgeoning going on in this movie, and there is a bit of blood, and it is kind of brutal. Some of this just thump, 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 blunt object murdering. I mean, I'm so used to stabby that the blunt force trauma kind of like has a little bit more impact now, because it's like yes, I get stabbed a couple times. Yeah, that hurts, but then you bleed out really fast. But man, you just getting pounded in the face and in the head. That just gotta hurt and hurt and hurt and throb, and then you probably don't die as quickly because you don't bleed out as fast. Anyways, plus, oh my god, there is this really bloody, nasty scene toward the end. So, you know, it's solid 4 out of 5. Plus, there is a bit of shooting little people going on in this movie. So there you have it. Moving on to shock value. Shock value is a 4 out of 5. Like there are scenes in this movie that are just shocking. Like there's this school scene in this woman's class where you're like, what? And then of course the end, toward the end, the whole reveal of what's happening and just I can't even I can't describe it, but YouTube would probably just fucking detonate my channel into space or something. But it's you know, when a mother deer gives birth and then cleans off the newborn deer. Yeah. Anyways, something kind of like that. Anyway, so 4 out of 5. Moving on to plot, I am going to give this a 4 out of 5 also. The plot moves very well. It is very A to B to C to D. There isn't a whole lot of, messing around and trying to be, tricky and twisty and stuff like that. No, it's pretty straightforward. There are some problems with, like, I don't think that would really happen in real life situations. The school situation seemed like it probably would have been I don't know, a lot, it would have unfolded a little bit differently. So there are a few conveniences when it comes to the plot, plus also, just like the detective in this movie, after like witnessing some kind of like weird mutant creature autopsy, is still not like, understanding, what Frank's going through. But anyways, so yeah, I mean, overall though, pretty dang good. So 4 out of 5. Moving on, plus, pretty original idea. Pretty original. Moving on to acting. This is going to be a 5 out of 5. Like, everyone in this film, the main characters do a spectacular job. Especially the doctor. The doctor just has this presence to him, and he has just this demeanor, and the way he delivers his lines. It is just really, like, he's. You believe that this guy is sort of this psycho-powered, doctor who feels super in control of things until the end when he's not in control, and then you feel that in his performance. But he's got like that confidence and that I know I'm right and I'm doing right and I am the smartest person in the room type of feel. Frank, the concerned parent, the trying to figure out weird shit that's going on. The mother, holy shit, does she do a great performance? Just like this person going from unhinged to somewhat normal to like just fantasy land. And so I mean, I think it is great all around. Even the kid, like, I mean, I'm sure maybe saline solutions, whatever, but she had like, this sort of traumatized, vulnerable, confused, but I guess, it's easy for kids to look confused because you can just confuse them and then they'll look confused anyways. But anyway, I'm kudos to the performances. That's a 5 out of 5. Going on to Nudity. Nudity is a 0.5 out of 5. During the final reveal, there is a little reveal of titty, which is really kind of almost like a blink and you miss it moment. So 0.5 out of 5. Besides, if you saw the whole thing, you'd be like, Anyways, moving on to enjoyment factor. I am going to give this a 4 out of 5. This movie, disgusting in many ways. And it moves quickly. It's like a slasher in a way, but it's brutal beatdown slasher as opposed to just chopping people into pieces slasher. And honestly, there's not that many kills in this movie, but the kills are definitely not freaking cheap, so that's pretty good. So, I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the acting. Overall, I think this is a great film. So 4 out of 5. My overall impression is a 4.5 out of 5. If they fix some of the problems with the plot, this movie would probably be perfect. But you know what? 4.5 out of 5 is still pretty damn awesome. This is like the second David Cronenberg movie that I have given really, really high praise to, because I think he deserves it. This movie is definitely got the brutality, it's got the interesting storyline, it's got the body horror. It doesn't really there's no real weird, there's like, at least in some of the other movies, you get some kind of explanation as to why something happens. And plus there's like this, ending thing, which doesn't make sense because it's supposed to be psychoplasmic therapy is causing this stuff, basically manifesting your trauma through your body, and if you don't go through this therapy, it shouldn't be happening to you, right? Or is it just going to start happening to everyone? They'll start manifesting, or is it like a bloodline thing? But then what about all the other patients? I don't know. See, that's why I said there's some inconsistencies with the plot of this movie. So anyways, still a 4.5 out of 5 is still a spectacular must watch, especially if you like nasty bloodiness and oh my gosh. anyways, so moving on to the average score is a spectacular 3.7 out of 5. There you have it, The Brood. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that good stuff. And thank you once again for watching another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And remember, everybody, to stay scary, internet. And also, if you're a teacher, you should probably be aware of how many students are in your class. And if there are like extra students, you should be kind of like, okay, what are you kids doing here? Especially if those students like fucked up. Maybe you should be like, you know what, I'm going to go get someone, as opposed to just kind of stare there and wait for death to come. I'm just saying, Plus the fact, like, there's this whole thing about them like having like this bladder of power juice or whatever, their batteries run out, which is weird because it only was something in like one part of the movie and was irrelevant for the rest of the movie. I don't know. Anyways, also if you're a doctor and and you notice that one of your patients is spawning murderous mutant babies, perhaps you should probably, I don't know, not keep them locked up so they can escape and kill people? I'm just saying. Spoiler alert. I'm just kidding. No one's watching this. No one's this far into the movie, this far into the video, so who knows? I could just say whatever. I could just tell you the complete ending of the movie. I'm not going to. Anyways, that's it.